There are places in our world where the ground seems alive, constantly burning, as if the earth itself is exhaling fire. These aren't myths or stories. They're real places where flames burst out from beneath your feet. Whether it's gas leaks, volcanic vents, or underground coal seams set ablaze, these places have been burning nonstop for years, decades, and even centuries. Some are hidden in remote deserts, others blaze near towns. But they all have one thing in common: the fire never dies. These are the 15 shocking places on Earth where the ground never cools. Number 15. The Eternal Fire of Iraq. Near the city of Kirkuk in northern Iraq, you'll find Baba Gurgur, one of the most well-known natural gas seeps in the Middle East. Its name translates to Father of Fire, a fitting title for a place where flames have burned from the earth for as long as anyone can remember. Unlike coal seam fires, this one's fueled by gas rising through natural cracks. Ancient Greek historians wrote about this flaming land in Mesopotamia, and local oral traditions describe a fire that never dies. The flames were considered sacred in Zoroastrianism, a fire-revering religion from the Persian Empire. But Baba Gurgur also sits at the heart of Iraq's oil legacy. In 1927, a nearby oil field produced one of the biggest gushers of the 20th century. Though drilling has since reduced some of the seepage, Baba Gurgur still burns. For scientists, it reveals how petroleum leaks to the surface. For locals, it's both a sacred fire and a historic symbol of Iraq's energy roots. Number 14. The Door to Hell. In the Karakum Desert is a fiery pit that's become one of the country's most amazing landmarks. It's known as the Darvaza gas crater, or more famously, the Door to Hell. It's a massive open crater where flames have been burning non-stop since the early 1970s. And unlike ancient coal seam fires or natural gas seeps, this blaze was caused by humans. In 1971, Soviet geologists were drilling in search of natural gas deposits. During the operation, the ground beneath the rig collapsed, creating a sinkhole about 70 meters wide. This collapse exposed a gas pocket, which began leaking methane. Fearing the gas could spread and threaten wildlife or nearby villages, the geologists decided to ignite it, assuming it would burn off in a few weeks. Instead, it never stopped. The fire ranges from flickers around the rim to roaring jets in the center, casting a steady glow seen for miles. What started as a precaution turned into a decades-long inferno. Number 13. Eternal Flame Falls. In a wooded area south of Buffalo, New York, a modest waterfall hides a bizarre natural feature: a flame burning from within a rocky alcove behind the flowing water. It's called the Eternal Flame Falls. It's one of the few places in the world where fire and water appear in the same spot. The flame is fueled by natural gas escaping from cracks in the shale. As the gas rises, it collects in a small hollow at the base of the waterfall, where it can be lit and sustained. The flame's small, usually under a foot tall, but its glow through the waterfall makes it stand out. If blown out by wind or water, it can be relit easily, as the gas flow is steady. In 2013, scientists concluded the gas likely comes from deeper organic-rich shale layers. In Chestnut Ridge Park, the site draws hikers year-round. While small-scale, it remains one of the oddest intersections of geology and curiosity. Number 12. Mount Wingan. In the Hunter Valley region of New South Wales, Australia, there's a ridge that's been silently burning for thousands of years. It's known as the Burning Mountain, or Mount Wingan, and it's home to the world's oldest known coal seam fire. This underground blaze has likely been smoldering for over 6,000 years, creeping slowly southward beneath the surface at a pace of about 1 meter per year. It's fueled by a coal seam buried deep below. When exposed to oxygen through erosion or fractures, coal ignites and can burn for millennia. Most of the fire at Mount Wingan can't be seen, but it reveals itself through scorched soil, smoke vents, and sulfur fumes. Some areas are too hot to touch, and plants struggle to grow. Indigenous stories speak of a spirit setting the land ablaze. European settlers mistook it for a volcano. Unlike other fires, this one's been left alone. Containment's impossible. It will likely burn for thousands more years. Number 11. Eternal Flames of Sicily. Mount Etna is Europe's most active volcano. While famous for lava flows and ash clouds, Etna also has areas where fire appears to rise straight from the ground, even when the volcano isn't erupting. Vents and fissures on its slopes release gases like methane, which sometimes ignite on contact with air. These fires are subtle, small, steady flames that often go unnoticed beside dramatic eruptions. Ancient Greek records mention firelight from Etna's slopes, and mythology ties the volcano to Hephaestus, the god of fire. Today, scientists still monitor these smaller flames. They often burn blue, a sign of methane combustion, and glow brightest at night. Unlike lava, these flames result from trapped gases escaping through cracks in the rock. While tourists visit for the lava, few realize Etna also burns quietly through chemical fire. This constant interplay between gas, pressure, and combustion makes Etna not just a volcano, but a living engine of heat. Number 10. The Burning Mountain of Azerbaijan. On the Absheron Peninsula near Baku, Azerbaijan, fire constantly leaks from the earth. Yanar Dagh, which means burning mountain, is a natural hillside where flames burn non-stop. Unlike underground coal fires, this blaze is caused by natural gas seeping from beneath the surface. It has existed for centuries, but gained fame after Marco Polo described seeing flames all across the region in the 13th century. Back then, natural gas seeps were common across the Absheron Peninsula, often catching fire. Over time, most were extinguished, either naturally or by human activity, but Yanar Dagh never went out. The flames stretch across a 10-meter hillside and can reach up to 3 meters high, even through wind, rain, or snow. Before Islam, these eternal flames held deep meaning in Zoroastrianism. Today, Yanar Dagh is a protected reserve with a visitor center and museum. Of all Azerbaijan's flaming sites, this one remains the most iconic. Number 9. The Sulfur Fires of East Java. On the Indonesian island of Java lies one of the world's most surreal volcanic sites, Kawah Ijen. Known for its glowing turquoise crater lake and active sulfur mining, the volcano also produces intense blue flames that rise directly from the ground. These flames occur when high-temperature sulfuric gases escape from fumaroles, then ignite as they meet air. The result is fire that burns blue, not yellow or orange, and is only visible in the dark. Kawah Ijen's crater spans nearly a kilometer and holds one of the most acidic lakes on Earth, formed from hydrochloric and sulfuric acid. Guided night hikes bring visitors to the rim before sunrise, when the flames are at their brightest. On active nights, entire sections of rock appear to drip with glowing blue fire. Unlike coal fires or gas seeps, this flame is driven by volcanic heat and pure sulfur. Kawah Ijen is both dangerous and mesmerizing, a natural spectacle shaped by geology, fire, and acid. Number 8. Smoking Hills. Along the coast of Canada's Northwest Territories, fire has smoldered from the earth for years in a place called the Smoking Hills. Positioned near the Beaufort Sea, this area is known for its cliffs that emit smoke, heat, and the occasional flame, all without any human involvement. The cause isn't gas or coal, but oil shale, sedimentary rock rich in organic matter. Once exposed and ignited, the shale burns slowly, releasing heat for decades. British explorer John Franklin documented the site in 1826, describing hills that seemed to be on fire. The ground turns bright red and yellow from chemical reactions caused by the burning minerals, and sulfur fills the air. Vegetation is minimal, and the terrain can be dangerously hot in spots. These fires are self-sustaining and require no outside fuel or ignition. Unlike coal fires in mining areas, the smoking hills are entirely natural. Even in this frozen Arctic region, fire remains constant. Number 7. Jharia coalfield fires. In eastern India's Jharkhand state, the ground has burned for over a century. The Jharia coalfield is India's biggest and among the world's worst examples of uncontrolled underground coal fires. Flames erupt from vents, cracked earth, and smoldering seams. Unlike natural sites, this one was sparked by mining. Coal extraction began here in the 1700s, but the first major fire was reported in 1916. Since then, dozens of fires have merged into a vast network that continues to burn beneath more than 400 square kilometers. Ground temperatures reach dangerous levels, causing roads and rail lines to buckle. Entire villages have been relocated due to toxic gases and land collapse. For locals, these fires are a daily threat. Scientists believe the fires may continue for decades or centuries unless massive intervention occurs. Unlike tourist curiosities like Darvaza, Jharia isn't a spectacle. It's a living disaster, where industrial exploitation turned the earth into a permanently burning reminder of mismanagement. Number 6. Iraq's Kurdish foothills. While Baba Gurgur is Iraq's best-known eternal flame, the broader Kurdish foothills are home to multiple smaller gas seep fires, many still active. These natural fires emerge from cracks across the Zagros mountain fold belt, an area known for tectonic activity and abundant petroleum reserves. Gas escapes through faults and ignites, creating scattered flames near villages and rocky hills. For centuries, locals have used these flames for warmth and cooking. Though not as intense or famous as Baba Gurgur, they reflect how common natural fire once was in this region. Before oil drilling and extraction lowered surface pressure, many such fires burned continuously. Some believe these seeps inspired ancient fire temples tied to Zoroastrianism. Even today, remnants of these flames persist, tucked into hillsides few tourists see. They serve as reminders of a time when fire from the ground shaped religion, survival, and identity. Iraq's connection to fire didn't begin with industry. It burned long before pipelines existed. Number 5. The Fire Temple of Baku. On Azerbaijan's Absheron Peninsula, near Baku, stands Ateshgah, the ancient fire temple built over a natural gas seep. Unlike shrines built to honor sky gods or mountain spirits, this stone-walled complex was dedicated to the flames that rose straight from the earth. For centuries, travelers from Persia, India, and beyond described the site with awe. Flames burned constantly from vents in the courtyard, needing no fuel, only the earth's breath. Inscriptions inside the temple reference Zoroastrian, Hindu, and Sikh traditions, reflecting a shared reverence for fire. Pilgrims lived in stone cells, exposed to harsh conditions, centering their lives around flame rituals. In the 19th century, as industrial gas extraction ramped up, the flames began to weaken. By the early 20th century, they were gone, extinguished not by nature, but by drilling. Today, Ateshgah is a museum. Though the eternal fire is now artificial, it is still great. Number 4. Yan'an Eternal Fires. Near the city of Yan'an in China, natural gas has leaked from the earth for centuries, creating places where fire still emerges on its own. These small eternal flames, often called the fires of Yan'an, are part of the region's long history with natural hydrocarbons. Historical records and oral traditions date awareness of these flames as far back as the Han Dynasty, over 2,000 years ago. Once ignited, either naturally or by humans, the fires persist as long as the gas keeps flowing. Unlike large-scale fires like Jharia or Centralia, the Yan'an flames are smaller, quiet tongues of fire that flicker from rocky ground. Locals once used them for cooking or warmth. Some hillsides still glow faintly at night. In modern times, industrial gas extraction has reduced some of the seepage, but a few flames remain. These natural fires shaped local legends long before pipelines, proof that fire from the ground shaped daily life long ago. Number 3. Mount Chimgan. In the mountains of eastern Uzbekistan, near the resort town of Chimgan, a lesser-known site quietly burns beneath the surface. Referred to locally as the Burning Ground, this area near Mount Chimgan sees natural flames rise from scattered gas seeps. Though smaller than Yanar Dag, the phenomenon is still a striking example of how natural gas can ignite without human cause. Travelers and geologists describe flames flickering from rocky patches, especially visible during cooler nights. Unlike a centralized vent, the fire here spreads across an area where fractured sedimentary layers release methane. The flames pose little threat, but the soil is hot and vegetation sparse. The site isn't promoted as a tourist attraction, though locals occasionally guide visitors to it. Chimgan is better known for skiing, hiking, and paragliding. Scientists studying the area believe these minor seeps contribute to our understanding of natural methane emissions. Though not dramatic in size, the Mount Chimgan fires are simply breathtaking. Number 2. Jwala Ji Temple. In the lower Himalayas of Himachal Pradesh stands a temple unlike any other, the Jwala Ji Temple, or Temple of the Flame Goddess. It's a Hindu pilgrimage site where natural flames rise directly from the rock. Unlike torches that need to be lit, these flames emerge on their own and have burned uninterrupted for centuries. They're fueled by methane and other gases rising through fissures in the bedrock and igniting upon contact with air. The temple is dedicated to Jwala Ji, a goddess linked to fire and divine strength. According to tradition, it's one of 51 sacred Shakti Pithas, marking the site where Sati's tongue fell. References date back to the Gupta era, over 1,500 years ago. Mughal Emperor Akbar reportedly tried to smother the flames with a golden canopy. They burned through. Scientists confirm the flames come from a steady gas flow. While small and quiet, the fire remains sacred, woven into India's spiritual and geological identity. Number 1. Centralia Mine Fire. In the small town of Centralia, Pennsylvania, an underground fire has burned since 1962. The fire started when workers burned trash in an old strip mine, and it accidentally ignited a coal seam beneath the surface. That seam connected to abandoned mine tunnels, spreading the fire through the town's foundation. Coal provides endless fuel. Oxygen seeps in through old shafts, keeping the blaze alive. Multiple attempts to extinguish it failed. By the 1980s, smoke rose through streets, basements filled with carbon monoxide, and the ground cracked open. In 1981, a boy nearly fell into a 150-foot sinkhole that opened in his yard. Soon after, most residents were relocated. Streets emptied. Homes were torn down. Today, only a handful remain. Though the fire still burns deep underground, surface signs have faded. But Centralia became one of the world's most notorious mine fires, a ghost town not from economic collapse, but from fire. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.